Hello, welcome back. My name's CJ here at Nine Finger Gaming, and today we've come back to Hydroneer. This is episode 10 of Hydroneer. As you can see, I've done a bit offline, just changing up the shape of the house. I think this is the shape we're going to go for now. So what we're probably going to do today is just finish this off while we still obtain resources. I've got a couple of things I want to show you just before we start though. So as you can see, I've gone for the inside corner, so we've got the inside corner piece right there. If I just come upstairs, come out here, if you just look at the way that the roof lines up, the orange outline doesn't really help. If you look at this line here while I'm over here, you can see the tiles don't quite match up how you'd expect. It's not like they do with panel to panel here, but then worst scenario is you come inside, you look up, and there's actually an air gap all the way around. Now I'm not too sure if I'm just placing this wrong, because these line up, but we have the air gap. I don't quite know what I'm going to be able to do about that. This is the shape of the house that I really want to use now though, so I think we're just going to have to deal with it for now, but I'm not really happy about the way that looks. It doesn't quite join up as it should. So I've just got to change out the floor. I'm going to go for all of this floor and the interior, and we're going to go for the wood across the top. I may go for this. I have brought enough to change out to this across there just to see the difference in the look, but we can test that and have a look today. Next thing I want to point out, so I came on, I could hear gems dropping on the floor. I could hear a few things dropping on the floor, so I came to look behind here, and lo and behold, this has happened again. I'm not too sure why this has happened, but clearly it's happened not when I've logged in. It must have happened sometime before I logged in, because when I came here it was already stacked up like this, and I'd literally only just logged into the game. So I turned the pump off, and the switch we created here, so I'm going to have to go through and get all of these off here. So I'm just going to quickly tidy this up, and then we'll get on with the rest of today's video. There's a few other things that I want to go over just before we get started on the house build, so I'm just going to tidy this up. I've got all that cleared out. As you can see, it's all piled up on there. I did have to take this out because some are stuck within inside the machine, so I've just placed that back in and locked it in place. Now for the lag fest. Get ready for all this. Is it going to crash the game? Well, there they go up the belt. Nice and tightly packed. And as soon as some of them start to go, we are obviously going to see a massive reduce in that lag. Just bear with it 1 second, it will catch up. And go on, gems, you get gone. Nah, this is definitely the worst it's ever been. Never had it this bad. There was an extreme amount right on top of there. As you can see, as they're dropping in now, there we go. And gems everywhere. Right, I'm gonna have to clean up those gems as well. Let's get picking them up now, eh? Well, I was not expecting all those gems as well. Come on, try and drop things in there. Let's quickly grab all those. I believe I saw a load go all around the back as well, so we're gonna have to jump over. Actually, the back looks pretty clean. Looks like we were quite lucky on the rear. None seem to have fallen down there. They must have all made it into the pot. Well, actually wasn't as bad as I thought. Is there any stuck up here? No, none stuck in these. Oh, I thought I was gonna then. Yep, none stuck up on here either. Yep, they're all clean. Oh, there's one there though. Is that all of them? We'll have the room on the floor, yeah. Right, the next thing that I quickly want to do today before we start anything else, I do just feel like I'm going to miss one somewhere. Nope, it's not there, so yeah, we definitely got them. Yeah, one more thing that I want to do today before we do start, we're going to have to take the vehicle for this one. I want to head over to the forge. One of you knowledgeable people in the comments made a comment yesterday, I believe it's Rody, just get the name again, Rody McGeesums. Do correct me if I've just butchered your name, but he's maybe aware that the foundry itself, where we go up to craft the miners, actually doesn't require precise ingots. You can dump a load of the iron and the cloutium in, and it will always give you back your remainder, so whatever's left. So it kind of defeats the object if it's true that we need the ingot processing. I mean, the ingot processing would be okay for the sailors, but really you don't need to produce a whole load of ingots. If you were going to sell to one of the market stalls when the going's good and the demand is high, I mean, you're still going to get the same for one bar valued at 100 as you'd get for 10 bars weighing in at 10, so you'd still get the same value for those. So it kind of does defeat the object of needing the ingots, other than cutting it down into the ingots to craft your jewels. So let's quickly go and have a look. We should have some over here. I did ask him, and he says it is to the left of the plinth that we put them on. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Oh, actually, that makes a lot of sense. If we look here, we've got the two gullies where it pours in. The two gullies, it comes along, drops down, and into there. And yep, we've got 2, 3. This is every time that we've came in. 2 here, we've actually been receiving the items back. And there's the excess cloutium. There's some more iron. More iron. More cloutium. More iron. God, how much have we got here? And there's another block of iron and another block of cloutium. So how much cloutium do you have here? I brought one of these in here as well, so we could start to just double check the weights on everything. But let's see how much cloutium we have left. So it is only really small amounts. I did get them as close as possible to the weights we required, so I can imagine these won't be much weight at all. Yeah, so it's only 6.55. What I am going to do though, I am going to send all of this back up to the top. We'll go and chuck this back in our smeltery back at the main base. So yeah, that kind of defeats the object of the auto bar maker. I mean, it's good that you could probably do it for the jewels, but again, considering you're pressing all the jewels, if you've got 4 different jewels, you pull out the entire of your gold, you're just looking to make money. You're simply just gonna place all of that straight in. You're gonna take the gold bar, you're gonna separate it down into 4 equal pieces. You're then gonna craft each one of those up into rings, and then you're gonna go and sell them. So it kind of does defeat the object of the logic smelter and automating the bar process. So yeah, there isn't really no need for that at all. So yeah, I'm quite confused what the logic is for then, other than the auto repair. I mean, the auto repair is handy. I suppose if you wanted to make a lot of gold bars or cloutium bars to put on display, then yes, that would be handy. But in regards to the actual gameplay, if you were bothered about the houses and it was all about making money, the automatic bar maker with the automatic smelter is pretty much useless in the game. But I digress. Anyway, one thing I mentioned, I was getting sick and tired of the, like, if we buy from this shop, we've got to bring it all the way up here, we've got to chuck it on there, it's got to go up then, There isn't one of these down in the shop to buy the stuff down there to end up to the top. So if you round this corner, it could be very tedious. So I don't know if I mentioned in the last episode, but I bought a cart, so I could then quickly transfer items from the shop, or as you're going to see now from here, and straight on to there. The only thing is, you do have to unload everything manually. Wish there was a way we could just tip the cart and empty the cart, but for now this is the only way around it. And same for the shops as well. I'm probably going to buy one for down by the shops, because it's going to be easy enough to just fill a cart, get the cart right next to the back of your vehicle, stand on the vehicle and grab and drop everything in the vehicle, than trying to finagle the vehicle in on some of the shops, because it's very difficult to get your vehicle parked in there. And here you just jump up on top. Sorry, no, place it here. Tried to jump up on top the first time I did it. Jump up on here, and then you can simply bye bye. Oop, I grabbed the cart. But yeah, you get the principle. We'll send that across. So yeah, in regards to the auto smelter, other than putting your bars on display, I'm not actually seeing what the use of that can be in regards to the game. So yeah, I'm going to get all this sorted. There's a few more things I just need to grab for the house, and I will meet you all back at the base location. So I'll see you back at the first camp. Quickly brought you back in. I just wanted to show you the two options that we have. What's that? The sword, the one that we lost early on. Oh, I looked everywhere for that. I even looked over that side. I'm surprised I must have missed it. It won't have just suddenly appeared there. Anyway, yeah. So I was testing out this kind of roof all the way up. Now, as you can see, you've got these different variations here. Oh, I see what's wrong. That's an alt, and it's rotated. I was just about to say, I could not get the sides to match up. I was trying the halves, but they don't match up either. But I see what the problem was now. So if I place that in there, that's actually rotated for some reason. So is that's that side? That is now the right way up. Have I got another? What's that one? Wood. Oh, here we go. What side's that? That's an alt as well. Yeah, so I was trying out these sides instead, just taking a look at it. That actually looks not too bad. We got that final piece in. But if we go over to this side, let's get a better viewpoint. We look from here. The wood just simply doesn't do it, and if I turn the wood around to get the, I'll show you the inside. If I was to turn it around, it actually hangs over, will hang over this side. It looks a bit unnatural, doesn't look quite right. On the inside, that's the look I was on about. I really wish it looked like that on the outside as well as the inside. It would really look much better, but unfortunately it doesn't, and I wasn't really feeling the way that side looked. But yeah, I'm really happy with how that's just turned out. It was just simply the piece in the bottom corner that was throwing me off, because for some reason it was rotated. Do I have another one in here? Oh, there we go. Ah, that's the right one as well. So this one should then fit right there. There we go. Now we can have a good look at it. Yeah, that is much better. Now, another thing I was thinking of, I don't know how well it would work, because I'd have to replace all the walls with halves. But what I was thinking is, instead of having a full wall in, have halves in all the way around. So this would be the outside face. Just double check. No, this would be the outside face. That would be the inside face. And then what I was also thinking of doing is taking the idea that we had before, where we did the windows on the shed. So obviously, as you can see, those overhang slightly, and I wasn't quite happy with that. But with what we did with the shed, I believe I've got some over here. Let me take a couple of these. Let's get some use out of this pallet. They didn't even stay on the pallet. Just take 4 for now. Take these over here. Ooh, I should have maybe tried using the wheelbarrow instead. But yeah, if we go with these, get those rotate all the way around, and place those there to give the underside of the window effect. The only thing I'm worried about is how it's going to look next to one. I suppose we can look at that right now. Ooh. So I've got another half here now. There's some over here. See, on the inside it would give you a nice sill on the inside. So you get the sill here on the inside. You could still maybe alter that slightly. So if we came here, oh, can I get you rotate there? Thank you. Place those on the inside just to add a bit more to the outside edge of the sill. Just change the look at the windows from the inside. But I was also thinking of doing that on the outside. See, it doesn't look as bad on the outside. It'd probably work on the outside frame. But then the only other issue that I was thinking of is, will like one window high be enough? Should this be 2? Now, if I was going to make this 2, what I would then look to do is probably take out the wood altogether. The brick altogether. Like, sounds like a drastic thing to do, but take the entire house down. The house would then become 1 story. So it would be 1 story, but it would be half window, so half, and half. So the house would be 2 blocks high still, 2 squares high, but it would only be 1 story, and then the roof. But if we kept with this size and shape, we could technically stair up into the roof cavity, because the roof is also 2 blocks high, so have a loft space. I don't know if we'd be able to make a window for the loft space. We'd have to probably think about that. We may be able to by using the apex roof, the tip point. Maybe get a tip point to come out with just 1 window in the roof. I just want to go away and give that a go now. So yeah, this would be 2 blocks high. We have windows that were larger than the doorway. And then up the top, we could probably, yeah, the top would be the harder point, because it'd be difficult to put a too high window in the side. But there we could have it just a 1, because if we had 1 sticking out here, it would just be the 1 window also. What if we do the 2? Leave it with me, yes, but I believe possibly going to be tearing this down. Not too sure what to do now, because I do like the way that looks. Have we got enough pieces to have a good demonstration, see what that looks like? So we'd have a piece on top there. Did I bring enough to have a look? Let's get some in the side as well. Get these here. I think this episode's going to be more along the lines of us just figuring out what and how we can use things within the game. Today, I don't really think we're going to manage to get onto the building. Sorry, I had a bit of a hiccup there. Let's get another window. Get that placed there. Get another window. Get that placed there. Then we will want, let's take the crate. And I'm gonna want some more of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Huh?
Let's take these across. Right, so place these down. You can let me place. Those that go in there. And the top would be the same as we did on the garage. It wouldn't be the block above, like these top ones are on the block below. But the garage, the way we did it was we kept them here on the same block as the window, just a frame in the top of the window. Like so, because there is a bit of a lip, this section here. Let's see if we've got any more. Yes, we have. So we can potentially have a look at what that looks like. So we'd have one there. Do we have any more, or is that all of them? I believe that's all of them. Let's have a look at that. See, I think I do actually prefer that. I think that looks a lot better. The doorways, I'm not too sure what the doorways look like, but obviously with the door in the middle, we're not going to get this this section here, because that would throw the design off if we had that around the door. So pretty sure the door is just going to go in the middle, and it's going to look like this with these here at the side. At least I hope. May just have similar to these, so match up with them, but may look alright. It may not. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go quickly grab a door. In fact, I'll take you guys with me. We'll go grab a door and see how that's going to look for us. So let's just take this one. This one's full of all our building materials. Are we going to be stuck? Go. Right, let me just quickly unstick the vehicle. Oh, that took me, not the vehicle. Oh, because I clicked unstick for me. Let me do that right this time. Recall the nearest vehicle. Wrong one. This one's the nearest vehicle. Recall the nearest vehicle. Wrong one again. We'll just take our money. Yeah, anyway, what we basically do then is just letting all the resources gather up. That's why we are doing the episode today. But if we can go through all the buildings, see what it is that we can do, try to work out how we're actually going to achieve and finish this house look, because I would like to have actual glass windows in the house. It'd be weird to have a house with no glass windows in it, but then with the greenhouse on the side, because I've still got full intentions of building that greenhouse. So got to try and make the house match even a small amount at least. And I think the biggest issue is going to be making sure that the house has glass windows. I'm going to pop back down here on the way back as well. I want to grab a few aspects from there, see how those place as well, so we can see how they're going to work. Because worst case scenario, we're going to get to build the greenhouse and find out that other things don't work how I've got the picture imaged in my head. So let's get the money transferred into the bucket, and we just want a door. Oh, I can already see now that they line up with those. Let's just take it and see what it looks like. See if there is anything we can do with it. I really want to use glass doors. Oh, auto save lag. I really want to use glass doors, and really hoping that it's gonna work. Oh, that actually didn't register it. Let me go over this side. Yeah, registers it now. While we are here as well, we'll grab 2 more of these just so we can finish off that little demonstration, so we can have a good look, see what it looks like. And that isn't going to register those, is it? That one's registered. Oh, they were all registered. Good. Alright, so let's get those on there. Get back in the vehicle. Let's get down to the luxury shop. Buy ourselves some items from there. Go, go, go. Now pop. Let's grab the money. Now, I want to buy a rug. Let's see what they look like.
Huh?
Place that, please. Plinth, kind of obvious. I want to see how these operate, so we're just going to buy one anyway. We've got the throne. We've got the golden head statue. I'm wondering if we can actually place the necklaces on there, but then again, we don't have like a golden hand, so pretty sure we probably can't. Let's take the cactus so we can have a look at how that looks, and the planting.
Huh?
Are the planters different, or are they both just the same planter? Exactly the same planter. We'll take a couple.
Huh?
I want to see how they place. Let's get that bought. Put the money back in. And let's get the vehicle loaded up. Get the rug. Right, then I'm just going to meet you back at the face cam. Right, so we're back. Let's take the halves. Place one half there. And let's grab the other half. Get that half placed there. Right, so that'd be the height of one wall at that. So we come across here. Let's grab the door. And place the door right here, like so. And move that across just to. Whoop, oh, that's a bit screwed up. Thank you. And that also needs to go that way. Right, so that would be the door. As you can see, it doesn't quite match up. But we could probably work with that. I can't really see that being much of a problem. There may be a way that we could hide it. For instance, does this place? Oh, this actually places. Maybe we could just drop it at the side of the door. So we had a couple of. It isn't quite high enough. I was hoping that could be high enough to hide that, but yeah, that isn't going to mask that at all. And we can't place it down, just simply won't be close enough. I was really hoping they would just drop down, and I actually thought they looked bigger than what they were. I don't know if we can get that truck out of there. I think it's as good as stuck. May have to reverse around and drive that way up. It seems to be more sloped or chromatic from an angle instead of trying to go straight. I'll have to try and work that in just a second. Right, the next thing I want to try with the planters, I want to see, oh, they plant just as I'd want them to. So yeah, they will plant just along the bottom underneath the windows. So let's plant this in. We can get a good look at the whole thing then as a whole. See how we feel. Let's get that one in there. Let me pinch that torch as well. Got that torch. It does bury in the wall again. I've already had big gripes about these. I do wish it didn't do that, but we can't do anything about it. It does look better. I know that top bit's tucked in, but that does look much better. On the normal walls, where does that fall on the normal walls? So the normal walls actually falls perfectly on the post. The only issue is, what's that green space? Is that the amount of light that it covers? believe that is... so that's where the light will touch the green circle that you can see on the wall now, the larger area. As you can see, it feathers out around the edges. I'm guessing that is the max distance that the light will travel. But anyway, yeah, you can see that top bit still tucks into that beam across there, so it's still going to pretty much be the same on the regular walls, so it's not going to look much different. So yeah, we could have one there. We could possibly even put them there. Still end up having one down by the door, so there'll still be another wall in here. Because it's going to be still roughly as wide as that, so maybe the door would go right next to the window. Two goes out.
Huh?
Place that right there. Ooh, that is alright. So that would then match up with that if there was another wall here. Oh, that actually isn't the right way around.
Huh?
I thought that would seem to be sticking out a bit too much. Drop it. Let's get this in the right position. So that would be there. That would be there. And that would be there. And we could have the torch, because now it does feel too high. Have that there. I think this will actually work. I am quite liking this design. Obviously, it just needs a few more torches in places. So possibly another one here, the other side of the window. And that would be this side here. I have to work out some similar things for the other sides. Could probably get... if I brought the door over to here, get a window in here, and a window in here. Probably actually won't need a window this side, because one side is going to lead into the greenhouse, as you could say. So yeah, that actually probably could just be a plain wall there, so they would be fine, and then the greenhouse would come off in this direction. And I think we can go the 2 blocks out. No, so can we go 2 blocks out there? Possibly. Will it let me build a wall on there? That's all I want to know. Yeah, so we could go out 1.5 block. Yeah, so I think the greenhouse is going to go here on the rear, so that will work fine there. Let me get that piece back on there, just so we've got a reference to go off. So yeah, I think this side is just going to be a plain wall. Depending on how far the greenhouse comes, we may be able to squeeze a window in this section here. But I think I am going to go with this design. Going to be all the way around. We're obviously not going to have this balcony anymore, because this is going to be one floor section. Maybe we can sneak one in here, because as I said, we're going to have a set of steps going up into the roof. May as well not waste any of that space. But obviously I'm going to have to go away now and replace the whole lot for the half walls of this design. But I think I'm going to be doing that in between episodes. It's going to take me a hell of a long time, so next episode when we come back in, this should be completed. I'll be able to give you a quick tour of the upstairs, and it'll just be ready for us to decorate and place stuff down. In regards to the automatic bar maker, we will be using that, but we're only going to use it temporary. And I think the way we're going to set it up is we're going to set it up so we can produce bars of a single variant of ingot at a time. So I could swap out the filter for iron, gold, cloutium, or the energy crystals, so we can get a few stacks of ingots, so we can place them on display within our homestead. So if you've enjoyed today's video, I know it's not been as long as usual, but if you have enjoyed, please feel free to leave a like. And if you haven't, but you would like to see updates on when I'm going to put out new videos or when I've posted new videos, then also feel free to subscribe. Thank you.